Hey YouTube, it's Hannah Loba. If you want more MotoAmerica content, check out the new and vastly improved MotoAmerica Live Plus app. It's the only place you can catch all the race action in one place all season long. Click the link in the description below.
Where Maxi Girardo goes 125.742, a new lap record.
Yeah, Ty Scott was under that lap record too, but it wasn't quite enough. Matthew Skult's third, Jacobson, David Anthony, what a result for him there starting out, and then Mesa. Then we have Blake Davis, Hobbs, and Jake Lewis. Kayla's back there on in 10th with Tamburini and Corey Alexander. Then we got Torrin Collins, who was fast this morning, Bickney's, Nassani, Max Van, Alfonso Linares. I'm going to keep an eye on that one, Greg, because I'm not sure if he's actually going to be in this one. Mag, Soltis, Silva. Then we have Hunter Dunham, Enriquez, and Owen Williams, Victor Perez, Vandal, Yelton, Grigg, Lucas Silva, and Kevin Horney back there. Then back to row 11, Rivera, Silva, Seathaler, Davis, Joel Ullman, Wyatt Ferguson. So, wow.
So here we go. Supersport, race number 1 at Barber Motorsports Park. Revs are up. Lights off, and a left-hander off the front straightaway awaits the rest of this field. It looks like it's going to be number 70, Ty Scott, on the Vision Wheel M4X Star Suzuki, who takes us into turn number 2 first.
And Matthew Skultz did not get the start he wanted. You heard him talking to Hannah about not getting shuffled back early, and that's exactly what's happened here to the number 11 of Matthew Skultz. Look at he's back at about 5th or 6th as Ty Scott and Girardo are going to battle down into turn 5 first lap. Girardo looking to take the lead. He's going to be in really deep though, Greg. We'll see if he can get that bike stopped. Ty Scott's going to cut it back up underneath him. Girardo's going to do the same thing back, and that's going to be the top pro rider is going to lead his first time in a MotoAmerica race as they head down towards turn 6.
Maxi Girardo from Uruguay doing a great job, playing it really well down into turn 5 through the middle and out, and he's going to lead us down this back section of racetrack. And Ty Scott's going, what is going on right now? Boy, what a boost for this new top pro team.
Yeah, this top pro team have come into MotoAmerica. What a welcome addition. They've entered a bunch of different classes from Junior Cup with Avery Dreyer all the way to Superbike, obviously with Sean Dillon Kelly, and they have shown that they are here for good. As you see, PJ Jacobson slides up underneath Ty Scott in that very tricky area off the back straight. Also, is that Teague Hobbs in 4th? I believe it is. Teague Hobbs from the 3rd row, Greg. I saw him get a tremendous start. Then you have Mesa and Skultz, and it looks like Blake Davis just behind, and you can see there's a good move right there as Mesa gets dropped back just to position Teague Hobbs, holding on to that spot right now in 4th place.
This is where you really want to make that move and be able to make it stick. Down into turn 5 here, this is one of the places where you can pass, but you've got to make it tighty, because if you don't do it, like we saw Girardo at the beginning on Ty Scott, you can go inside out and retake the position.
27-2, 27-1 for the two guys up front that last time by. I expect to see a quicker one from PJ on this lap.
All right, so PJ closing the gap though on the 161. Maxi Girardo, our leader, Hannah.
And Greg, Top Pro Motorsports actually had a tire test here prior.
Yeah, tire choice is going to be critical and unknown. And there goes the 11 of Skultz. So there goes the Strack Racing Yamaha R6. He gets the position for the moment, although the Vision Wheel M4X Star Suzuki rider, the 70, he keeps signaling to his crew something's going on with the bike.
It's really going to be allow PJ to run the race that he wants to run.
And out front, Girardo is not slowing down as we have a rider down. Looks like the 171? 771.
It's Torrin Collins, I believe.
Oh yeah,
so
Torrin Collins. He was in 10th
goes
place.
down there in turn 2, where Blake Davis was able to get to the back of Ty Scott, go past him, 27-4. So they lost a couple tenths to the leaders. As you see, Ty Scott's bike back in really bad. He's going to run off the track. He's going to run through the grass. You can see Ty Scott's bike backing in really hard into turn 1. That's
Blake Davis coming and going. We hear he's having just a slight transponder issues. We'll keep track of that for you. As you can clearly see now, it's going to be Matthew Skultz down into turn number 5, who gets his Yamaha R6 turned and burned up the hill. Ducati Moto with roller die informing. I actually got a moment to sit on that motorcycle this morning. And what's interesting about it is because Corey's so tall and the way they put their foot pegs back on that bike, it was roomy enough for my knees. But on the Ducati, you sit on top of the motorcycle, unlike that 85 GSXR 750. That's a 651. We've gone 126.660 by Blake Davis, nearly breaking the track record. So the pace up front is super fast. 750 versus the Ducati Panigale V2.
Greg. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
Girardo ran wide in turn 5. Now the next time these guys get down into turn 5, you're going to see right here. See that group of 4. But Maxi Girard Gerardo, all he did was make one little mistake, and now Matthew Scults is going to stuff it up underneath him. Gerardo should have the line as they get down to the bottom, but Matthew does a nice job of getting that R6 out of that right-hander into that tight left. He's going to block. They come through this big, long right. He may try to do the same thing here if he's close enough. PJ's got to keep that door closed, and he doesn't.
Matthew Scults for the lead. He's going to stand PJ up for a moment, but PJ's cagey. Is he going to try to go back at it? No. But now we'll see what the Ducati Panigale V2 has in terms of power. Scults with a great run onto the front straightaway as we expect that white flag to fly. So 1 lap to go, and it's Scults on the Strack Racing Yamaha R6 who takes over the lead and trying to put some distance between himself and PJ.
And the big advantage right now that Matthew has is that PJ has not been able to follow Matthew at all. He doesn't know where he could be weaker or stronger. As you see, Matthew is going to get past this back marker, go to the left. He's going to protect a little bit as he goes down here into turn 5. And Greg, really, once they go over this curbing at the end of this straightaway, Matthew's got that last half of a lap dialed. Look at the R6 as it rips out of turn number 5 now. He's going to protect the right side and not allow PJ to go down the inside of him through turn 6. But watch over this curbing. The speed that Matthew has over this thing is so quick. And you get that bike in, turn, and he'll have pulled another bike length or 2 on the exit. Look at the gap he's pulled.
The master at Barber Motorsports Park in the Superbike class, now taking his skill set to Supersport, but PJ has not given up. PJ Jacobsen trying everything he can to get Matthew Scults, but Scults knows all the tricks here at Barber Motorsports Park. Expect him to protect that inside line, and there's that drive up and over the hill. Scults down into the last couple of corners. Is he going to be able to hang on? Wow, put a couple bikes in there as Scults and that Yamaha R6, it looks like he's got it in hand. The final corner, onto the front straightaway we go, and behind the bubble at full throttle, Matthew Scults will come to the line, and the Strack Racing Yamaha R6 rider takes the checkered flag and the victory ahead of PJ Jacobsen. Gerardo in 3rd spot. What a race for Matthew Scults. He is pumped about that one.
This is a guy that didn't have a ride, Greg. He had nothing after the end of last year. Look at PJ giving him some gratitude there. Tremendous effort from the 11. He just kept digging, Greg, in the middle part of that race.
So many stories in this one, Jason Pridmore, including the emergence of Maxi Gerardo. But it's Scults by 0.2 of a second over Gerardo, and then Ty Scott in a battle with Blake Davis. He gets the nod there. And how about Tamburini on the MB in 6th?
And that one mistake that Max cost him down into turn 5 is when PJ was able to really close that gap. And you know, just watching the lap times, I was just super impressed with Max, able to, you know, the whole race just be so consistent. Every lap was within a 10th. And I think for him, it's just a huge learning for him. You know, just those last couple laps, he dropped off a couple tenths, and those guys were able to maintain. And I think for him, he's able to see that, and he's going to be there for the win tomorrow. But it was really impressive for Max to be able to get in there. And, man, the first time you lead a race, it is really hard. It's really hard when you're setting the pace. You have somebody, not only that, every time he came around and looked at his pit board coming up the front straightaway, it said +0. So it's hard.
So all the riders are now up there accepting their hardware for this hard-fought battle. Coverage is going to continue to wrap up the Supersport race.